So how about that bridge, guys? How's it coming along? Hey boss, good news. We got that lumber shipment in from Redwood and we're ready to go. You got the bridge bits already? Yeah, most of the passengers were bored, so they chipped in to help. Wow, nice. Now we just have to lay tracks the rest of the way into Frisco and our work is done, both mine and yours. See you there, boss. Alright, here we go. Off to Frisco! Let's do it. You spot a distinct lack of mining activity in the distance and ride closer to it to investigate. Yep, sure enough, nobody's mining over here. Abandoned mine. We'll check it out real quick. What do you got for me? Do you like custard? What? I heard there's a good custard stand out this way. Kind of a tourist attraction thing. Is it in a graveyard? Nope, it's just a custard stand, far as I know. Alright, what do you think we should do next? Well, we've nearly made it to Frisco. Why don't we go and have a look around the place? Yeah. First, can I forge these? It looks like I should be able to, but no, I cannot. Okay. Strange silvery crystal. This crystal is silver in the sense that it is silver colored, but not silver in the sense that it is not made of silver. Gotcha. You empty the oil can into the works. Now that the rust is dealt with, you can see a bolt's way out of alignment. Align it, and write it down. Maybe it'll be something cool. Since I did sleep, though, and it's the next day, I actually do want to go back to the circus at some point, check to see if that's anything, but yeah. Okay, we got some stuff, cool. Also, was that a medical gun? What does that even mean? What's a medical gun? Plus 30 maximum HP, huh? If you don't think about it too much, a pistol is just a more effective syringe. Alright, if you say so. The switch has long since rusted away to uselessness, rather. Got some meat. Oh, it's just another vibrato thing. Well, alright. I wonder what that whole, like, because I assume that's all a side quest, right? It's not necessary. It doesn't seem necessary. So I wonder what it's all about. Anything in you? Nope. Okay. Just some meat veins there. This place seems oddly normal. An effectively infinite amount of sarsaparilla. You've already got plenty. The note says, Dear Jeff, got called up north to deepest delve. See you soon. Praise be Roberto. Sincerely, Jeff. Okay. Well, away we go. Dang it, what else was that? Rock hammer? So this tiny hammer is more about precision than impact, and it's even more about knowledge than precision. I see. At this point, okay, we'll go to the last custard stand. And then do I want to go to the circus, or do I want to go to Frisco first? A large man with a large hammer interrupts your journey by leaping out from behind a rock and shouting, You dang ghost won't get me! I'll hammer you back into the grave where you belong! Well, that's a new one. Intimidating. Alright, fool, your mortal hammer cannot touch my ghostly incorporeal form. Be gone, lest I wrench thy spirit from its meaty shell. What? Boo! Ah! He faints dead away, after checking to make sure he isn't literal. Or this isn't literal. What? You take a sledgehammer. Oh, dead away. Gotcha, gotcha. You know, just to make sure he doesn't hurt anybody with his weirdo ghost mania. Construction sledgehammer. Plus 8 muscle. Nice. What do I currently have? I want to check now. I currently have this, which is plus 6 muscle. And damage 12 through 15. 16 through 19, and more muscle. Heck yeah, I now have a hammer. Well, howdy there. Welcome to the last custard stand. I'm Custard Man Stan, and I make custard like only Custard Man Stan can. Care to try some? Tell me about your custard stand, Custard Man Stan. Okay, not much to tell. Just a plain honest custard stand selling plain honest custard. But it's the last one? What, like the last one before you get to Frisco, or last one in the whole territory? Heck, the last one in the whole world so far as I know, but I can't swear to that. Are you sure it isn't the first? Yep, because the first one was also mine. It was farther up north. Whole dang operation was ate by wasps, stand and all. Dang. Give me them sweet custards. Let's see, so increases your moxie, increases mysticality, increases muscle. So that's cool. So now I know where it is if I ever want it. Alright, just to ease my curiosity, we're gonna go back to the circus before we go to Frisco. Because I want to see if like enough time has passed that I can, you know, check out the stage show kind of thing. A loud thwack noise draws your attention, and you follow the sound to a man in a once white apron who was butchering a big horned sheep or some other large desert animal with an oversized and heavy-looking meat cleaver. As he's hauling the implement up onto his shoulder for another blow, he catches sight of you and hisses with a wild look in his eye. Who's there? Don't test me, boy. I'll chop you up like this goat or whatever it is. Show him how it's done. Ha, you can barely lift that thing. Let me show you how it's done. You grab the cleaver's handle from the nonplussed butcher, lift the blade over your head with a yarg, and slam it into the carcass, chopping the beast right in half. What do you think of that? I'll just collect my meat here and go. Go ahead and keep the chopper, that's fine. 3 muscle, 8 through 10 damage. Cool. Alright, in circus, here we are. Main stage, are we actually good? No, he still doesn't want us to go in? He just keeps saying later, I don't get it. Alright, we're going to Frisco then. We're going back where we'd initially wanted to go. Off the chest, shoulder. Oh, I can't do anything about that. Never mind. Just mystical rocks, that kind of thing. Well, here we are. What's going on, Smee? This fancy pants calls himself the Emperor, and he won't let us build our tracks up to the station. Can you see if you can talk some sense in him? I'm on it. Hello? Who the heck are you? I'm Emperor Norton. I'm in charge of this city, and you can't build any train tracks here without my permission. An emperor? Where's your crown then? As it happens, I lost my dang crown. Fool thing didn't fit right anyway. But without it, I can't issue any official permits, and that means no rails for you. Unless, of course, you were to give me a new crown, a properly fitting one. I've got this silver crown, but that's what I currently am wearing. Funny shape for a crown. Seems like real silver, though. Fits pretty nice, too. Alright, fine. You've got yourself a deal. Welcome to Frisco. Great, thanks. Turn around for a second so I can use your back to sign this permit. And done! The movie theater out by the street has a final cutscene, whenever you're ready. Oh! Oh. I don't know what that music was. Anyway, let's put a new hat on. What kind of hat do I want? Oh, probably this one. This is also silver-plated, and it reminds me of Dr. Seuss still. Do I need to talk to Smee again? Hey, Smee. You did it, thanks, boss. No problem. We got the track laid right up to the station now. The first ever cross-territory railroad. Thanks to the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company, and principally you! You did a real good job, Grizzly Walker. Oh, shucks, don't mention it. So when he said final cutscene, does that mean now playing the final cutscene? That's like the end of the game then, yeah? I don't know. Comedy flyer. This is something you found on the ground in Frisco, which means that in the absolute best case scenario, it's garbage. You read the garbage. It turns out to be a flyer for a comedy shack up north of Frisco. You jot down the location on your map, then throw the flyer away. You discover a new map location. Wasco's Comedy Shack. Okay. What's this thing? Cluncy's. Well, I'll be a new face. I'm Cluncy. Make yourself at home. Thanks, I'm Grizzly Walker. New to town? I've been helping Manifest Destiny get the rail tracks laid. It was a tough job, but we finally got here. Sounds like you could use a drink. Cluncy, I sure could. What have you got? I don't actually care about the drinks, but... what's with the huge brawl going on over there? Oh, them fellas are always blowing off steam. I just let them go ahead and get their aggressions out. So long as I keep over there, away from what furniture I've got left. I see. What can you tell me about Frisco? Oh, it's a fine town. Fella named Samson Frisco founded it way back when the mines first opened out this way and everyone caught the fever. Mining fever? Yep, the kind you get from breathing too much dirt. Frisco was a doctor, you see. Ah, gotcha. I see. Well, bye-bye, barman. Final spittoon? Oh boy, another spittoon, let's go. What's with the excitement? I've given up. This is the last spittoon in the game, and I'm not going to try and convince you to not be the most disgusting person on Earth anymore. Let's go, let's do this. I wanted to see if it would say anything like, what? You're backing up? Yeah, okay. Search that filthy spittoon. You kneel down on the floor and throw your arms around the spittoon, giving the greasy brass bucket a great big hug. How about a kiss? Would you like to kiss it? You know it, baby. You pucker up and give the spittoon a great big kiss right on the rim. Is there tongue involved? Well, I'll leave that up to you, but even without it, it tastes like a burning horse. I love it. I know you do, friend, and if it were legal in this country, I'd let you marry that spittoon and have a beautiful romantic honeymoon night with it, but unfortunately, you're going to have to settle for wearing it as a hat. Yes, please. You flip that beautiful brass bucket over and slap it onto your head, drenching yourself in hot brown tobacco spit. It washes down over your face and hair like a sewage waterfall, soaking your clothes, running down your collar and slithering into your underwear and filling your boots. I can't even force myself to describe it in any more detail than that. You are the world's foulest human being. Congratulations. This is a spittoon hat, which is to say it is a spittoon that you've turned upside down and placed on top of your head. Plus 6 mysticality, plus 11 spell damage. Hooray! Alright, that's fun. Dive in, let's fight. Alright, well, first things first, I'm gonna beef up. And then I'm gonna gore him. Let's go. Well, he flat out killed one of them. What a mystical man that man is. Alright, we're gonna thwack him. So is this just for, like, experience or something? I mean, I guess we get drinks out of it, maybe? Interesting. Alright, well. I'll check out this place first. Can't. Okay, before we do the final cutscene, now that we've, like, officially unlocked Frisco, let's try the circus one more time. And then if there's nothing... Well, I guess I could check out the Comedy Shack too. Okay, but after the Comedy Shack, if there's nothing else, then we're just gonna do the cutscene. And end our playthrough of the game, possibly. What a punk. Like, do I have to wait another day for that? It's so weird. Unless there just is no show, but I don't know. Funny, haha, yuck yuck jokes, oh my. Howdy, howdy, howdy! Wasco Shatter's the name and comedy's the game. Are you here for a real thigh-slapping good time? Alright, hit me. Okay, so a skeleton walks into a bar, and the bartender says, wait, it's a horse, not a skeleton. Sorry. Anyway, after that, the bartender asks the horse, hey, why is your face so long, buddy? Wasco takes a bow. Want to hear another one? Alright, hit me. Alright, a guy walks into a bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve goblins here. Oh wait, I forgot to mention, the guy's a goblin. Anyway, the end. That's it. Wasco takes a bow. Hit me. Here's a good one. Take my wife, please. Ha ha. Please? Okay. Want to hear another one? Yes. Anyway, I just flew in from Canada. Which is weird, right? Because people can't fly, except for in balloons or gliders, I guess. We don't have actual airplanes for at least another couple of decades anyway. Oh my gosh. Want to hear another one? Alright. Okay, so a guy walks into a bar, and he asks for a beer and a mop, and the bartender says, what's the mop for? And the guy replies, because I'm a skeleton. Boy, it was really, really cold yesterday. You're supposed to ask me how cold it was. Oh, come on, Wasco. Alright, here's a classic. Walks on 4 legs in the morning, and 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night. A man! Ba-dum-bum, psst. So my Uncle Alex thinks he's a chicken, and my wife suggested we take him to see a psychiatrist, and I said maybe we should take him to a regular doctor. Because I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be possible for a regular human man to lay eggs. So I got a job as a manager on a baseball team, and all the players have weird names. Like, there's one guy literally named Who, and another one called I don't know. Third base! Oh, come on, Wasco. Oh, now you're gonna repeat things? I guess I've heard all his jokes. You're really bad at this. What? No, I'm not. You're bad at the stuff you do. Dumb things, probably. Come on, let me tell you another one. Alright. Yeah, you've already said that one. Seriously, you aren't good at comedy. Shut up, I'm great at jokes. No, you aren't. What about your timing is terrible. Timing! I'm telling you sincerely, you should quit. Alright, fine. I admit it. I can't tell jokes worth a darn. What else am I supposed to do, though? You're a pretty decent banjo player. The Jewel and Dirtwater could use a banjo. Huh, okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Can't be much worse. He packs his belongings into his hat and waves goodbye before heading out. Alright, let's check on him in Dirtwater. I want to see, because we got the Jaw Heart person there, and we got the banjo player there. Let's see if we're full on, people in the saloon. You know, I just want to check. I just want to check. Not the kitchen. So, like, I'm missing someone somewhere. Yeah, there's room for one more person. But where on earth would they be, you know? I mean, they could be anywhere is the issue. We never went to the Kellogg Ranch. We'll see if there's some instrument player at the Kellogg Ranch. And, you know, maybe there wouldn't be anything. I should probably read it. Off to one side of this trail, you spot a cactus that doesn't look quite right. Specifically, it doesn't look right because it has a goblin face. As you get closer, you become pretty sure that it is actually just a goblin in a cactus outfit. It gives you some annoyed side eye and tries to wave you away, but the cactus arms aren't very mobile. Do you know a guy called Cactus Bill? Shh, away going! Why are you inside a cactus? Watching cactus herd for keeping safe from a predator. What predator? Any predator. Desert tortoise, cactus eagle, other goblins. Now going away, you're ruining my disguise. Threaten them. Ha, foolish goblin, the worst cactus predator is me. Oh no! Watching me kicking over all of the cactuses. No, here, we're giving you a gift for not doing that. Cactus Club. That's pretty cool, actually. Very well, I am accepting your offer. Anything here at the Kellogg Ranch? Anyone wanna play an instrument somewhere? There's like nothing here. Purity is the best sauce. Whatever. Cowboy chef's hat. Okay, cool. Workout regimen. 1 warm-up stretching, lung expansion, equilibrium maintenance stretching, skeleton vibration, cooldown stretching. Interesting. You pick up the diary and blow off some of the dust. The cover says, The Diary of Blank Smith. The first name has worn away, but you can tell it was longer than 7 letters. Sadly, the contents aren't particularly juicy. The author joined Kellogg's health program because she'd had several relatives with poor health and wanted to preserve her own. She found the ranch to be pretty boring, but appreciated that the lack of anything much else to do gave her plenty of time to spend knitting, which was her favorite hobby. The last entry mentions Kellogg's death, rumored but unconfirmed to be due to a brain aneurysm caused by outrage at hearing a dirty joke, and that the author was returning home. Guess she forgot the diary when she left. Okay. Oh, I'm out of needles. Darn. Hello, skeleton. Take it. Okay, we got Desert Ape Skeleton. Interesting. Oh, it's a ghost thing. Whoa, hello. Hello. So you're a ghost, huh? Yes, it does appear so, but alas, without me here to instruct them in my regimen of purity, all my patients have fled. It's probably not exactly why. They're likely out ravaging the countryside in their own bodies. One cannot have purity of the soul without purity of the body, you know. What's this whole purity kick about anyway? My threefold path to the elimination of corrupting influences. Would you like to hear about it? Sure, lay it on me. The first step I call purity of the glands. One must rid oneself of all romantic and sexual desires and cease any self-polluting activities. Like what, smoking cigars? Well, yes, but I'm speaking more of, you know, nighttime activities. Alone. What? Anyway, that's the first step. Not my thing. The second step is purity of guts. This is accomplished through frequent cold water... enemas. I'm not used to actually seeing that word, and I thought that was like a word cut off because of the dash. Yikes! And the consumption of wholesome and nutritious grain flakes, manufactured through my personal scientifically developed recipe. What makes them any different from other breakfast cereals? Did you not hear me? The recipe is scientifically developed! The final step is purity of muscles. I've developed an extensive exercise regimen featuring several workout machines that I've invented myself. And all of this together, what was it? My regimen eliminates corrupting influences from the body, thus purifying the body, mind, and soul. Well, that sounds like a good result to shoot for, and it works? Certainly it does. Why, just look at me. You're dead. Only coincidentally. Alright, well, can I read? No. Rules. It's a list of draconian fitness rules the guests of the sanatorium had to adhere to. Weigh yourself. According to the scale, you weigh 3 stone. You don't know how to use a scale correctly. A year's worth of height and weight recordings for the ranch's customers. It is the most boring book you've ever read in its entirety. Measure yourself. According to this ruler, you are 6 cubits and 8 parasangs tall. You don't know how to use this ruler correctly. Fair enough. Oh, let's pry it up. Kellogg Ranch key ring. Nice. Cool, we got some keys now. Insert your limbs. You strap yourself into the machine, allow it to inflict some warm-up stretches on you. Keep going. The machine pulls too hard, which promptly yanks one of your shoulders out of its socket. Ow, ow, ow. Suck on the blast hole. You've had enough exercise for now. This place is terrible. No way, you're done, at least for a little while. Fair. Unlock the door. Go inside. Unlimited grain. You know where to find an effectively infinite supply of grain. Wow, there's a lot of grain here. If you ever need a lot of grain, you know where to find it. Yeah. That is a lot of grain. A lot of stuff here. Okay, well we got a couple more needles. Guess I'll forge this way real quick. Well, let's go and check those last couple lockers. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm planning on like quitting after this, so whatever. Oh, it's quartz fit stuff. Cool. All right, back to Frisco we go. Frisco? There it is. Ford unnecessary. All right, I'll check it out. But just because I want to see if there's someone else who'll play an instrument. A harried-looking young woman in a military outfit darts in front of the door as you enter. Oh no, I can't be having any more misfits in this jerk ward. You either swear to me that you're halfway competent, heck even a quarter, and that you'll help sort out this crew of no-hopers, or you can turn right back around and march double time. Sure, I'll help. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that promise. Come on in, I'm Captain Harriet Davenport. My name's Grizzly Walker. What's the problem, Cap? Problems. Welcome to Camp Fubar, where all the Army's idiots and rejects are sent so they're out of the way. I have had it up to my eyeballs trying to run this place. Please help these morons figure out their malfunctions so they can muster out of here and leave me in peace. Can you give me some details? I need to talk to them individually for more information, but the brief is we've got a scout who's blind as a bat, a cook who can't figure out how to make corned beef hash on toast, a guy who can't load and fire a cannon without it blowing up or maybe shooting backwards, a guy who somehow, and I can't for the life of me figure it out, is too bow-legged to ride a horse, and a kid who was sent here because he can't figure out how to tie a bow tie. Oh, and just about the icing on the cake, we have infinite goblins living in our storage shed. Wow. Okay, I begin to see the scope of your complaint. Pal, you were not just whistling Dixie. So what'd you do to get sent here? You can hear her teeth grinding as she growls at you. Do not ask. Hi. This guy squints real hard as you approach. Howdy, do I know you? Your fuzzy silhouette don't seem familiar. Nope, I'm just passing through. What do you do here? Well, I'm supposed to be a scout, but I went and broke my only pair of glasses. Without them, can't see a dang thing. Maybe these will help? He takes the binoculars and peers at you through them. Well, I'll be. That ain't half bad. He climbs up to the top of the watchtower and looks around. They work! I can see a dang thing! Hooray! Good. That's the cat. Alright, who's left? Private Kid Bowtie, still can't buy a bowtie. Cooker, Tillery, Bowlegs. Okay. Hey, you. Hi, howdy. Hi, what's wrong? Gee willikers, I had a pretty good job as the general's personal assistant, but I got fired and reassigned here. What happened? Everything was great at first. I'm pretty good at scheduling, and I can write shorthand, and I'm an A+ boot polisher. But then the general went and decided he'd look more serious and sophisticated with a bow tie, and he expected me to do the tying for him. No good. Nope. I can do a sheep shank and a bowline and a clover hitch, but for the life of me, I can't get a bow tie to look right. Hold on. I was just wondering for a moment if that was like an Elvis reference to Trucker's Hitch, but I don't know. The general sent me out here with no one to practice on and said not to come back till I'd got it. 45 Moxie. I don't know if I could get that high. Howdy, Private. Cooker. How appropriate. Well, it would be if I knew how to cook, like even a little bit. What seems to be the trouble? We've only got 2 ingredients here, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to combine them. What are the ingredients? Corned beef, hash, and toast. Try to help him with a metaphor. What if you thought toast as a shingle? And think of the corned beef as shinola. So I should put the corned beef hash under, no next to. No, I'm sorry, I don't get it. Let's try again. Let's try a shingle again. Your head. No. We're just gonna try all of them. Okay, roadmap. So far, these aren't working, and I'm not convinced that I actually have the ability to give him the right answer right now. Alright, let's try again. It's a shoe. Shinola. Oh, of course, I put the corned beef on the toes, just like Shinola on a shoe. Oh, is that Shinola, like, shining a shoe? I don't know. But I'm glad I did it! I mean, yeah, was it like forcing it? Yes, it was, but I don't care. Moxie. Maybe I need to level up a little bit. I cannot, wait, can I? Yes, a little bit. So I'm at 15 now, which is not a lot if you didn't know. So let's check out all of our wear and see what Moxie we can get up, or how much. Plus 7 Moxie, we'll try that for now. See if there's one that gives me more Moxie than 7. Wait, no, we want to start with hats. Let's start with hats. That's plus 2, so I'll put it on for now. Nothing better yet, surprisingly. Wow, plus 2 is our best hat for Moxie. That's interesting. We got 3 Moxie from that, so let's put that on. Plus 6 Moxie with that one. Put that on. Okay, 3 Moxie from the knife. Anything better? Yeah, 6 Moxie from this sword. I assume that's my highest. Okay, cool. 6 Moxie from the stone. Anything better than 6? Better than 6. No, okay. That's plus 1 from that. Alright, so just plus 1 from the nasty ring. Now, pants. Give me Moxie pants. No Moxie from pants, okay. Oh, we already got the boots on. So our Moxie currently is 49. Oh, that's enough, yay! Alright, my child. Here we go. Okay, here, grab the 2 ends like this, right? You want this side a little shorter, and that end crosses over top, and then under and up, while the other side does a sort of zigzag, see? Then you bring the upper bit straight down and back around, and it falls under there, and then you pull them tight. Got it? I think so. Let me try it. The 2 of you go back and forth a few times until he finally gets it right without poking himself in the eye. I've got it! Thanks a lot! Wait till I show the general! Alright, cool. Howdy, they call me Private Bowlegs. I can see why. You seem uncomfortable. You ain't kidding. Look at my legs. They're bent so far out I can't hardly touch both knees at once. Walking hurts like a dickens. The captain said it keeps you from riding a horse? Yep, they're too wide. Horse slips right out between them. Huh. I think I could ride a mule, though. What with them being a tad lower to the ground. Dang it. Where would you get a mule? Maybe I could just muscle him back out again. Because I don't want to have to go through all that. Where is my silly hat? Oh, let's go to hats. That's why. Okay. This is 2 muscle, so I assume that's the best I have. And then we had this one. And we had the sledgehammer. We had the bear from melee damage. Yeah. Muscle. 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 Alright, bend his legs back. You don't need a mule, this is fixable. Hold still a minute. Huh? Well, okay. With some grunts from you and some cries of pain from him, you normalize his legs. Ow, great jumping Jiminy, man. Oh, don't be a baby. Look, they're much straighter now. I guess I can't deny that. He winces as he mounts the nearby horse and rides out of the camp. Okay. Oh, it's goblins. Yeah, we'll fight a few of them. Or one. We'll fight one of them. Ow! That was surprisingly strong. Okay, well, we showed him Goblin Trash Sack. 10% item finding bonus, that's cool. Alright, howdy, what's the haps? I'm supposed to be a cannoneer, but I'm terrible at loading cannons. They always explode, except not the way they're supposed to explode, or else they don't explode at all. The only time I've ever got one to fire right, the cannonball knocked my sergeant's hat off and he was standing behind me. I still can't figure out how that happened. So they assigned me to this loser squad and said I can't report back for a proper duty until I figured out how to load a cannon right. Give him the book. Oh, huh. Well, let's see. You flip through the pages, which have big numbered diagrams. Oh, you take the stick back out before you put the cannonball in. Well, that certainly sounds easier. Let him figure it out. He carefully follows along the directions in the book and successfully fires the cannonball over the wall of the fort. I did it! Wow, great! Thanks a lot. I'm gonna go get my new assignment right away. I think that's everything. I think that's all of them. Great job. That's everyone dealt with and out of here. And that means I'm finally out of this tech hole too. If we ever cross paths again, I really owe you one. Frisbees or clipboard, snaps you a salute, and marches out of the fort. Nice. Now back to Frisco. You ride past a woman who was running along the desert trail on foot, and although I say running, it's a slow run with an odd loping gait. She's dressed oddly too. No hat, just a thin strip of fabric tied across her forehead, light clothing and strange soft-looking boots that barely even come up to her ankles. Everything alright? Are you running away from something? Something pretty slow? Like maybe a desert tortoise, or... No, I'm jogging. What? Jogging? I invented it. It's like slow running. Where I'm from, we just walk. It's better exercise if you go faster. Not fast enough to actually get away from anything, though. But full-out running wears you out. That isn't as healthy. It's healthier than being eaten by a bear. Look, I'm not being chased by bears. I've never been chased by a bear. Yes, that's obvious. You're alive and not mangled lumps. This is about physical fitness. Bears aren't an issue. Okay, you're right. Thank you. There aren't many bears out here in the desert. A pack of coyotes, though. You'd be in real trouble. This is a very frustrating conversation. They tear you to shreds even without those goofy-looking shoes. Hey, I designed these myself. They are not goofy. They're pretty goofy. Grr. I mean, what good are they if you can't even run properly in them? What? They don't prevent. And they certainly aren't going to protect your ankles. From coyote bites. Well, they'll be perfectly good for kicking your butt. Oh no. Gosh, all this exercise has made you kind of belligerent. Get down off that horse. How about we see if you can catch me? You ride away. The jogger runs after you for a bit, yelling, but as predicted, she can't catch you. Gotta be the shoes. That's fun. Alright, well, let's see what this final cutscene's all about. If this is the end of the game, it's the end of the game. Or like, the end of the playthrough kind of thing. Looks like somebody on that train got a job as a projectionist. Would you like to watch this movie? It's free because movies have only recently been invented and nobody's figured out that they can charge for them yet. Note, doing this will not change anything about the world or your character. When the cutscene is over, you'll still be right here and you can keep playing if you want. Sure, show me the final cutscene. Here we go, guys. Some folks say endings don't matter. But other folks, they like to know how things turn out, the consequences of their actions, like... With the trains running again, Frisco thrived. People came from all over to seek their fortunes, but thanks to you, they didn't have to do it while on fire because some cow attacked their wagon. With his wacky turnip crown, Emperor Norton served an example of profound and abiding weirdness to the citizenry of Frisco. It became a mecca for comedians and comedy writers and comedians who played musical instruments as part of a comedy act. Good for them. Alright, well, I'm just gonna press a key. Dissatisfied with the thought of returning to her old life in Boring Springs, Doc Alice opened a free clinic in Frisco and lived out the rest of her days as a practicing doctor. Frisco's loose moral atmosphere and the opening of a mercury mine a ways down the peninsula meant she stayed too busy to work much most days. To worry much most days. The clinic was so important to Frisco's eventual counterculture movement that a popular song was written about it. The refrain was, "You can get rid of anything you want at Alice's clinic." Good for Alice. I got the achievement, "What's up, Doc?" Yay. Aw, look at that free clinic. Good work, Alice. Good on you. After she finished getting the bakery boys up and running, Louise moved to Frisco and opened her own shop, specializing in artisanal breads and pies. I think that's how you say that, artisanal. Yay, good for her. Thanks to your assistance, Hobart Buppard got the photography bug. Or should we say the photography owl? Anyway, he opened an art gallery so that citizens of Frisco would never again have to suffer from the inability to see pictures of owl skeletons whenever they wanted. Oh, good. Good for him and them. Kurtz left the fort and set up shop in Frisco. His fitness group skyrocketed in popularity. The growth was entirely due to word of mouth because the first rule of Kurtzfit is that you cannot stop talking about Kurtzfit. Still it hurts. Cool. The musicians you sent to Dirtwater formed a band called Wasco and the Pufferfish. They had a few hits that mostly faded into obscurity, though you'd occasionally hear Wasco in a radio ad years later. Bet they would have been a little bit more successful if I'd gotten them a full troupe, but whatever. You solved all of Brentwood's problems! With the increase in morale and civic resources, they were able to clear the leads from the road and fix the well and the broken hitching post. There was even enough left over to give the mayor's office a new coat of paint, refresh the facade of the Buttery Biscuit, and add a second story to the bunkhouse. They even managed to get that horse into rehab. Good. Yeah, look at that town. Look at the town. And there's the horse! Aw, looking much better, dude. Chuck continued to run his blood and breakfast without incident, accident, scandal, or allegation for many years. Good for him. You won 4 of the reenactment scenarios at Fort Memoriam. They still talk about you. Remember when that grizzly fella came through here? Yeah, he was really, really good at this game. Do we have any more root beer? Thanks, guys. With your help, Roy Bean's Jelly Bean Museum became the talk of the town. Well, first they had to build a town nearby, but once they did, hoo-wee! Yay, look at the dude applauding before he even gets inside. You were remembered as a local hero in Dirtwater. Thanks to your efforts, it became twice the town it was before you got there. They even put a statue of you on the main street. It washed away the first time it rained because they made it out of salt, but still, it's a thought that counts, right? Yeah. Everyone's just... Some of them are happy, some of them are just kind of stone-faced, but either way, I know it's good. I know it's a good thing in the end. Yep, look at all those fine people. I'm gonna skip now. As for you, after your adventure, you settled in Frisco and bought a very long, very narrow house. You filled it with souvenirs of your exploits and started an antique hat rack collection. When you left home, you told Rufus you wanted to help people. Over the course of your adventure, you helped 53 people! You weren't whistling Dixie when you declared your intentions. If you had been Catholic, they definitely would have sainted you if you had asked. But you wouldn't have asked, because you wouldn't want to be any trouble. Is that my place? Maybe. I think it is because of the context. It is a very long, very narrow house. I wonder if only specific hats would be, like, hung up, or if there's actually a spot for, like, every significant hat. I don't know. Interesting. In 1906, all of the remaining cows in the West were simultaneously activated by some kind of signal from hell. They thundered east, forming a gigantic single-minded herd. Led by the infernal sadist Duke Bovicus, the cow army thundered east toward Dirtwater. Oh no! Fortunately, a gang of rodeo clowns swept in at the last minute and slaughtered the herd just before it reached Dirtwater. Unfortunately, all of the townsfolk of Dirtwater had a hard time sleeping for pretty much the rest of their lives. Seriously, it was a grisly sight. 420 years later, deep beneath the ground, ancient machines silently stopped doing the thing they were built to do. It's probably fine. You and everybody you know are dead by then, and most of humanity has moved to space. Still, though, it's a shame about the planet. There were some real cool bars there. So I guess that's what the vibrato thing was all about, that side quest. Thank you for playing. The credits of Loathing. Ah, cool. Is that all the credits are, or are there going to be more when I click? Leave it just a moment more. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, so there are some more. So, I have to manually click, but I'm going to try to talk about the game in the meantime. They probably aren't too long credits, right? But this was a good game. It was a fun, silly game. You know, obviously, if you're in it for a serious experience, you're not really going to get that. Like, it's not an intensely difficult game, especially when they offer you so many places to really easily grind for items and experience. But it still had a lot of fun, I believe, RPG elements to it. I think that the dialogue was really just clever and witty. It was just a lot of fun. Like, it struck my humor a lot of the time, so I really enjoyed it, and I appreciated their take on things. The art style, while obviously very minimalistic, it was consistent, and it added to the charm of the game. So, if you've enjoyed West of Loathing, you might also enjoy our free browser-based game, The Kingdom of Loathing, on the internet at kingdomofloathing.com. If you guys are interested, feel free to check that out. I never have, so I have no idea what it is, but there you go. And here we are. I mean, yeah, I don't have a terrible ton else to say. Like, I think it's a good game. I think the humor was nice. The main plot is basically just, like, go do these side quests to get the train all the way here. But I do like the fact that it kind of showed you what your choices did, like what became of them, what certain people went on to do, what certain towns ended up becoming. I think that was pretty nice. And then it gives you hints too, is like kind of what you could do differently or what you could do more on in order to change that. Like if I'd done more of the cultist thing, if I figured out what to do with the circus thing, if I'd done more of the vibrato things, I think other things would have happened. And so, I like that aspect. I think that adds a lot to replayability, and the fact too that there's just like, there's the cowpuncher, there's whatever the shooter one is, and then like the mage kind of the class, like that's cool. The different horses to pick, mostly that stuff. But either way, I enjoyed this. I hope that you guys enjoyed this too. Let me know what you thought about it, of course, in the comments below. Whether you liked this game, whether you disliked it, what you thought about this or that, etc., so on and so forth. And again, if you want to try it for yourself, it's available on Steam. The link should be in the description if I was smart enough and remembered to put it there. So yes, thank you guys again for watching, and with that, we're calling it here.
Cue outro, go!